Good evening, everyone, and yes, we are back. By the way, my name is Ayel. I'm a designer and creative lead. So, for tonight, we are back with another episode, giving you guys another creative show. And also, we have a returning guest. And I know you knew her from the last episode, like just, I think that was episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. And we really had this awesome conversation, and um right after that, actually, we I asked her if we could do another show again, and probably it's a bit different from before. And now I know you saw it in the thumbnail that we're going to be talking about how to start your brand, and just an idea, because a lot of us, especially now in this challenging times, I know many of us has been wanting to start their own brand, and I think this would really help a lot, especially to those um, uh, first time, I guess, or who really want, or should I say aspiring um, CEOs, business owners, entrepreneurs. So I won't take this far. I just want to introduce again with us tonight is Steph Lim. Yes, what's up? How are you? Kamusta?
Hi, Ayan! Hello!
Hello.
I'm glad to be back. Thank you for inviting me again for
Yes.
our second live streaming. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I enjoyed our first live streaming the last time. I think it was 3 weeks ago, so I really enjoyed that one. So,
Yes.
yes, thank you.
My pleasure,
And
my pleasure.
actually, aside from that, so yeah, nag-effort pa talaga kami. Like, so we have a new backdrop now. So
Yeah.
we styled this one. The last time it was just a plain, bookcase. We just styled it with flowers and
Yeah, actually it's
lights. So yeah, we prepared for you.
wow. That's nice. That's nice. Sobra. I'm very honored na to have you on the show, and yes,
Me too.
I,
Thank
I
you.
think so. What's our topic for today? For tonight?
Okay, so our topic for tonight is
Uh-huh.
going to be how to start your brand. So
Mm-hmm.
here you will be learning 6 strategies on how to start your own brand. This is applicable for people who just graduated, people
Nice.
who are just starting,
Wow.
or people who are already in the business, but still need some guidance from other people. We learn from each other. So no man is an island. So by the way, let me introduce myself again, AL.
Yes, please.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so hi guys, good evening to everyone. I'm Steph Lim, the owner and creative director of Sophisticated Events and Concept. So currently, we're doing event styling. We also do prop styling for food and products, which is very in demand now because everybody's at home. So they need their social media to be, they need to boost their social media and sales. And we also do set styling. So I think you will learn a lot. And please, we are going to welcome your questions or you as well, AL. So just drop your questions, throw it, and drop your all your questions
Mm-hmm.
in the comment box
Yes.
below. So
Yes.
yes, should we start?
Yes. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay, okay. Yeah, by the way, guys, currently it's raining here in Parañaque and in AL's place, I think the rain is almost done, right? Is
Yes.
it?
Yes.
So, lumipat na siya sa amin. So, ganun siya kabilis. So, kahit Antipolo, right? So, yun. Okay. So, now, maybe the word branding is already like familiar with everyone, but let's go back to basic. Like, let's go back to the drawing board. Like, what is a brand? So, okay, a brand is, for the simple definition, is defined by a customer's overall perception of your business. So everything from the owner, from your logo to the to your team members, everything, overall perception of your business. So okay, why we should have the brand and how to start it. Hello, can you hear me, AL?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Hello. Okay, okay. I thought I lost you. Okay, sure. Okay. So I planned my own brand
Uh-huh.
or business. I think I planned it for 4 years. So
Oh.
see, I worked in Dubai for 9 years
Oh.
under three companies, like furniture company, namely, I think I can just name them because I think all my ex-colleagues are watching now. Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone.
so so I work with three of the prestigious home retailer in Dubai. So
Mm-hmm.
namely Home Center. I worked there for 4 years. The
Uh-huh.
one I worked there for 2 years. And Homebox, my last company, I worked there for less than 2 years.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. Um, so everything, so I planned this like back in 2016. So what I did, so what you will be learning now is six like compressed, strategies like I did for 4 years, because
Yes.
if you're going to start nothing, what do you call that one? If you're going to start it, like I also started from the scratch. So since I've been there, so I really want to
Mm-hmm.
share it to everyone, especially to people who just graduated or stuck at home, thinking about, oh, how could I start my brand? So,
Yeah.
okay, the first one is going to be personal branding. I'm like, why personal branding? It's because branding or brand, it must be for your clients, for other people. So, okay, I think it all starts with personal branding. Why? So, I'm going to point three key points here. So, first one, if you have a personal branding, okay, sorry. If you don't have a personal branding and you're going to create your own brand,
Mm-hmm.
how can people will trust your brand to start with if they don't trust you personally? Like at work,
Mm-hmm.
at home, within your relatives, this and that. So the first keywords are you need to have consistent good reputation and trust. It's either from your ex bosses, from your colleagues, it's like having that consistent good reputation. It's like when your boss is thinking about a project, you should be the first person that they will think about, like, okay, I think Steph is the best person to do the job because she always gets the job done, like, on time, on budget, like everything. You don't have to micromanage her. That kind of consistent reputation. It doesn't matter if you're going to it doesn't matter if it's big or small project. You should always give your 100, not just 100%. You should always give your 110%. So in case you get mistakes or got bumps in the road, you still have 100%. Still, actually, a perfectionist OC's mind. So yeah. So second point is that it's creating a personal branding is how you present yourself. Yeah, and actually not just in person, not just in it's I mean not just in office. Like it's how you walk, it's how you talk, it's how you dress up at work. Not only at work, you should also maintain your good personal branding in social media. I'll give you an example, AL. Like for instance, at work you have this reputation like you're very quiet, but you get the job done. But in social media, you're very funny, you're very happy-go-lucky type, and then you always, for instance, what do you call that one? Like you always go out to party. I'm not
Uh-huh.
saying it's bad to have a party, but like you should maintain that consistency. So it doesn't mean you have your own personal social media. Uh, it should
Mm-hmm.
also reflect in how you present yourself at work. So it should be like combined.
Mm-hmm.
Like it should be polished in both ways. Like you cannot just say a lot of rant or say negative things in social media, but at work you cannot do that. Literally,
Yes.
you cannot really do that. So
Yes.
you get my point. Like it should be consistent because that will reflect on you as your personal branding. That's how
Yes.
they see you. That's
Uh-huh.
how other people perceive you. So from there, you gain trust. Because if you're like this in social media and then you're like this in person, they cannot put the trust on you because they cannot balance you. Like you're like in social media she's like
Mm-hmm.
this, but in person she's like this. So it you should have the consistency.
Okay.
So yeah, let me know. I think uh, yeah. Okay, so the third point under personal branding is gathering of skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, gathering of skills. Okay, you should be strategic on this one. Okay, for instance, my job there is to uh, we are the brainchild of the company. Like we create window display, we do manuals, the standards of styling, and then we send it all over Middle East, like for other VM team to follow, each VM team of each countries, and then gathering the skills is like upgrading your marketing skills, have a friend from marketing, like okay, let them like what do you call that one, it's like ask them things that you can learn from marketing because it's not your department, right? You can also have a gathering of skills in finance department, in the buying department, whatever you can get outside from other people, learn from them, like adapt to that one and learn their skills because these skills later on you can use it for the later stage that I'm going to tell you, because later on it will help you. By the way, this is like how to start your brand while you're still in a job, right? So okay, so you make use of everything, learn from everybody from
Mm-hmm.
different departments, as much as possible. If you can master it, like bits of marketing, bits of admin, bits of IT, and bits of finance. So having
Mm-hmm.
all of that one, it will help you in the long run. So okay, I think, do we have a question yet? No, not
None
yet.
yet. None
But
yet.
Nikki, so let's greet. We have 6 viewers. We
Wow.
have Mickey and Fanny, and because yeah, they like it. So yeah, hello. Thank you
Hello.
for watching. So okay, the second one, AL. So the second one, we do it by not in a random order. It should be like chronological. So the
Uh
second
huh.
one is create your core purpose for the brand.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, if you don't have a direction, if you don't have the vision of where are you going, then how are you going to go? I mean, how will you know if you're already reached your destination? So you should have a core purpose.
Yes.
So, like for me, it could be, so I'm giving three keywords. So, like for me, it could be your core purpose could be giving value to clients,
Mm-hmm.
like services or products, so it could be like food, services like styling or graphics design, for you, graphics design,
Yes.
motion graphics design or video
Uh
editing,
huh.
like what value are you going to bring, not just to your client, but value you will bring in the industry that you're going to choose, right?
Yes.
Okay, the second keywords is standing out. Like for instance, core purpose, because um, we have a lot of graphics designer, we have a lot of videographer, ITs,
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to dip in those industry, I mean, in one of those industry, like for instance, I'll have myself as an example. Like for instance, event styling. Okay, now we have a lot of event stylists in the country, like the best event stylists.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we're dipping in the industry. So you need to think of ways for you need to think of ways how to stand out. Like you can do the basic things, but you still stand out. For some reason, you stand out. So that could be your core purpose. Because if you're going to dip in the industry and you just blend with all the event stylists or all the graphics designer, then what's the point of getting there if you don't show value or you don't even stand out or you always think inside the box? So always shake the system, shake it. Like whatever is not inside the industry, identify that one and make it your own. So then from there you will stand out, right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Like for instance, AL, like for instance, I know a lot of like graphics designer. Like for me, you stand out. You're one of the graphics designer I know that stood out because you're minimalist. Your designs are minimalist,
Mm-hmm.
slick,
Thank
and
you.
modern. So which is I like that. But different clients they like the cartoonish. They like
Yes.
the cursive. So it depends on anyone's taste. But
Mm.
for someone to stand out, it takes a lot of creativity and I think mental strength to think of ways to go outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
And challenge the norm. Yeah, I agree on that one. I love standing out. So the third one is your core purpose could be passion
Mm-hmm.
what because you're not going to do a thing if you're not passionate about it, right?
Yes. Agree.
Because yeah, even though if you'll go to an industry which is paying a high salary but you're not passionate about it, you will just get money and then you will just go home like a robot
Mm-hmm.
and then wake up the next day and just go to work. But
Yes.
if you have passion, if you're tired after working 14 hours, then you still have that energy to do a cartwheel going home because you were so happy and satisfied with what you did for your client or for the day. So yeah, I think passion should be there because when you have that one, your client, it actually what do you call that one, it gravitates to your client. They will feel it, they will see it in your eyes, and the way you do your work, the way you communicate with them, if passion is there, that is priceless. Like
Yes.
you cannot buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you cannot buy it and you cannot really force it on someone. When you have a passion for something, like you're unstoppable. Yun
Yes.
lang. So, yun. Do you agree, right? And then you
Yes.
excel,
Uh-huh.
right? You excel. And then later on, it will become your bread and butter because that's your passion. You don't,
Mm.
someone does it, someone didn't have to force you. The vision pulls you. I think
Yes.
that came from Steve Jobs. Yeah, nobody else needs to push you, but the vision pulls you. So yeah, kumbaga siya na lang ang gigising sa iyo sa umaga, 'di ba?
Mm.
Passion mo na lang eh. Pero kayong tipong hindi mo gusto yung trabaho mo, parang why should I wake up
True.
another day to work, going to work. Ang
Totoo.
hirap talagang gisingin yung
Yes.
sarili, sobra. So, 'yun. So, okay now, medyo mahaba. Let me know lang ah.
Sure.
So, actually, nagde-delay talaga yung ano. So, hindi ko alam baka sa internet ko lang. So, I'm
Uh-huh.
always refreshing the page.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let me know if someone is dropping a question.
Yes,
So, okay,
please.
our third one, our
Fourth.
third strategy on no, third one.
Oh, okay.
Third one. So personal branding is the first. Second is create a core purpose. The third one is know your target market
Mm-hmm.
or audience.
Yes.
This one is very important. It's like, it's like yung dart, playing the dart. Kung saan mo siya iaano, if you have a target, then you aim for that one. Yeah, you don't
Mm.
have to throw it somewhere else, left or right. You aim for that bullseye. So
Yes.
once you master, once you memorize, once you know, like your target market and audience, that's the main thing actually.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, key word for that is if you know your target, then from there you know how to address them. When you address them, when you say like the way you do yours, the way you formulate your services, how you price them, how you talk to them in social media, that we will discuss later in the end part. So it creates that unique voice that when you're communicating with them, how you talk to them, right, in social media. Kasi, di ba, for instance, I'll give you an example. If your target market is, for instance, upper market, so you should know the age. Like for event styling, our target market, yeah, because it shows in the Facebook ads. What they call that one? I forgot that. Like they're showing you those statistics, like Facebook
Yeah.
business statistics. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it shows them age for us. For our brand is 25 to 35 years old. These are the marrying type of like age, 25 to 35. These are the people who already save a lot from their current job, when they started like after college. So if you know the age, you will also identify their likes. Like if we have the upper market, okay, they like fancy things, they like glammy things, like like their taste. You can identify their taste. And then if you know their market, if you know the market, your market, then you will know, like for instance, in a wedding. So if you have the upper market, then they ask for more VIP tables. So in your package, you can put like more VIP tables. But in the normal, like middle, what they call that one, average? Is it the average or middle class? Like middle class. Like if you have two VIP tables in the package, that's it. They will occupy the two. They will have the two VIP tables. But in the upper market, they will ask for four. That kind. So from there, if you know your audience, then everything will be aligned to that one in order for you to reach for them. So yeah, that's our third one. So the fourth one, guys, if you have questions, please don't be shy to drop it in the comment box
Yes, yes,
below,
please.
so
Yes,
we'll
please.
answer that
Uh-huh.
one. Doesn't have to, I mean, in what they call that one, paano ba yun? Hindi na ano. I mean, we can answer it kahit nag-explain ako. So, we can cut
Yes.
it. So, yeah, we're now in our fourth one.
Yes.
So,
Fourth
the
one.
fourth one is, so if you have the target market, guess what? The fourth one is observe your competitor's brand.
Uh-huh.
If you know your clients, you should also know your competitor. It goes hand in hand, right?
Yes.
Kasi if you study, so I have a one sentence for that one. Study how they do things
Uh-huh.
and do better
Yes.
or stand out, right? Like very simple. Study how they do things. When I say they, like competitor, and do better.
Yes.
Like, like for instance, you can have a competitor. You study five competitors. They're having the same services like you. Identify the loopholes. This is not bad, guys, because as an industry, I mean, working in events industry, this is not bad because you're trying to fill in the gaps. Then eventually, if your competitor or other people will find that one, then they will also do the same. And then no gaps will be left. Like everything will be catered, everything will be filled up for everyone. So if you do that one, then the standard becomes higher, right? Kasi walang naiiwan eh. Parang na-fill-upan mo yung gaps ng mga luma. 'Di ba? So, yan.
Yes.
So, and it's also a good way, if you know your competitor, it's also a good way to gauge where you are in the business or how you do
Mm.
business, like
Yes.
how they communicate, in the bridal fair or in any fair, actually, of any industry. You can visit them, talk to them, like if you're curious about things, you can talk to them how they do things, get their brochures, and then fill up the loopholes and or do better on that one. If
Uh-huh.
they're having for instance five freebies in their package, create if they're having three, then create five. You will have that edge, you will have that advantage over your competitor.
Yes.
So just do the opposite of what they're doing, or like introduce not just what they're doing, do better, but also introduce new things.
Mm-hmm.
So dun papasok yung standing out and unconventional, out of the box thinking, like introduce new things to the industry. You'll never know, right?
Yes.
Introduce something new. I mean, what's the point of doing better than them just by just upgrading your services whatsoever? At least introduce something new, because these days it's very saturated. So when people find something new, something quirky, something different in their eyes, and in their mind, you become viral, di ba? When you do something out of the box. I mean, but not eating the Vulcasil, no, which I saw in the, which I saw became viral. So not that kind. If you saw that one, just yeah, joke in between. So yeah, introduce something new. Do you agree, Ayel?
Yes,
Right?
I definitely agree.
Because yeah, because the industry, I mean, I thank God gave that to you for you to contribute something more on the table,
Yes.
right? You're not just there to blend. He gave you that passion, talent, and skills for you to put bigger plate on the table,
Yes.
right? So yeah. Okay, so where are we now? So we're now on the fifth one.
Fifth one.
AL, if you have question, just throw it in.
Yes,
Huh?
yes, yes. I will. I'm just collecting my thoughts
Okay,
now.
sure, sure. Naku, baka nililista mo na siya, ha? Baka nililista mo na.
Exactly.
Okay, but I'm still clear because I cannot see myself eh. Medyo nagbabuffer siya. But is it clear ba sa side mo?
Yes, yes.
Ay,
All clear, all clear.
ha? Okay, okay. I think it's our internet. But yeah, as long as I can hear you, I'm fine.
Okay.
So we're now down to last two. So we're now on the fifth one.
Uh-huh.
So guys, the fifth one, it's going on how to start a brand while still having a job is create the master framework or branding. Kasi now, you know na eh. You develop the personal branding so people trust you already. So when you leave your day job, or corporate job, then you're on your own. Then from there, you create a purpose, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you know your market before you dip your toes in there. You should know, no?
Yes.
Kahit nandun yung passion, but still you should also know, like how it feels like. What are the parang ano ba yan? So sobrang marami bang pating, alam mo yon? Basta at least mawiwein mo sila. Then observe your competitors' brand, diba? Tapos panglima is create the master framework or you guys are more familiar with what we call is branding. Okay, branding is the what they call that one. So whatever you people see in social media, the way you advertise things using a distinct design, that's branding. So okay, I'll discuss. So kasi if you know your target market, so you are now prepared to execute na lahat ng all your research, no? Hello, Eyel? Ay, okay, sorry. So you're now ready to, sit on your desk and really put down everything, gather all the researches, lahat ng mga that you collected, to put it down on the table, and then you are ready to create the logo, to have a color identity, a voice for your brand, and then you need to create the keywords describing your brand. I will discuss that one. So logo. So logo is the face. I call it the digital face of your brand because you are the face. I am the face of the brand, right? So I am the one communicating with customers, like dealing directly with them. If not me, then one of my team members. So which I train. So yung logo, I think, if lucky like you, if you're a graphics designer, a very good one, then you create your. I love your logo actually, very minimalist, but like very strong, like visually.
Thank you
so
much.
Yeah, so ang nangyari, logo, I would suggest to hire a very good graphics designer for that one, but not just a very good graphics designer, creative one na pareho. When you see their portfolio, you have the same taste, the direction.
Yes.
So if your taste is minimalist, find a graphic designer who got a work full of minimalist like logos, and then work closely with them. Like be on it. Like, as a business owner, you should be really hands-on with all of these things. I think if I'm going to run the company for the next 5 years, I will still be very hands-on kind of owner. So, kasi talagang super I'm on it. So, which is good because you have a control, right? But at the same time, you also trust your team. You trust your team in doing the job that they should be doing. At the same time, you're overlooking everything just to make sure everything is going as planned, and everything, and your team members are satisfied, as a whole, diba? As an employee of yours. Yon. So, okay, logo. So, what you need to identify for the logo is that you go for a logo na consider putting the logo. Just imagine it, no? Kasi yung iba, guys, no need to put no need to create a complicated logo. Make it simple, direct to the point. Because imagine, you will put that one in business card. Maybe if
Yes.
you get editorials in the magazine, it
Mm.
could be newspaper, on the television. Consider those items. Like, make it clear,
Mm-hmm.
simple. That's it. The more simple and, in your face your logo is, the more there's a brand recall, and they
Yes.
easy remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think very in na ngayon ng minimalist logos. Super in na talaga siya ngayon. So
Yeah.
yeah. The second one is color identity. See, the color identity will kick in creating your social media content. Like, imagine if you have this Instagram tiling, and then you're using always a different font, maybe 3 or 5 kind of fonts. Stick to at least maybe 2 or 3 fonts.
Uh-huh.
I don't know the terms actually. Guide me on that one. AL, like, the thick fonts and then the super slick na font.
Uh-huh.
So combine it together. At least, you have a font selection
Yeah.
for that one. Yeah. And then the colors as well. Okay, so I jump actually. So we have the font. Now we have the color identity. That is very, like, for instance, McDonald's, right? If
Yes.
you see, if you see not just the logo, okay, let's take out the logo, throw it out the window. So if you see, am I correct, red and yellow, right? And
Yeah.
then the brand recall will be McDonald's. It's not Undox, right? Because Undox is also
Yeah, it's yellow. It's yellow is the
red and
more.
yellow,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
ngayon ko lang naisip. Yeah. So yeah. So if you have that color identity, they know the moment you will post something, your poster will be out there. Then, if it's like black and white and gray and marsala or emerald green, that's the sophisticated events, because that's our color identity. So you dark colors, we love dark colors. So yeah, so create that one. Stick to, what would you suggest actually, AL, when
Well,
it comes to that, because you do branding, right? So like color in terms of, if I'm your client, how many colors? Is it 2 or 3, or it could be more?
actually, it could be more because it would really depend on the client and also the target market. And just to add up,
Okay.
when it comes to
Okay,
branding,
sure.
um, in terms of the market, it goes the other way around. Like, when you say your brand is for these certain people, it means that these people are talking about you. That means that's branding for me. And marketing is the other way. Marketing is, I'm telling you that this is my brand. So the
Okay. Yeah.
branding is they are telling you that this should be your brand. That this is you.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, this is you. The
yes.
moment they see your poster, that's your branding. Like poster, like when we say poster, colors, the font, and
Uh-huh.
then the tone,
Yes, yes.
the storytelling you're doing, that's the branding. I
Yes.
agree. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
branding speaks about more of the emotions of people. Oh, how they love
Yes,
your
yes.
your services. How do you cope
Mm-hmm.
up with them
Mm-hmm.
as a
Mm-hmm.
brand, for example, as a brand ambassador, or just
Yeah.
the CEO of the company. And that speaks, I mean, the brand speaks from the people. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'll add to that, like the emotion you're giving to your clients, like when, yeah, that's also branding. Like, okay, when they think about, like, for instance, I'm giving
Uh-huh.
my, like, for instance, sophisticated events. Oh, they're more of like avant-garde. They're more of like glamorous, because they came from Dubai, so they love like these fancy things, the way they style. But of course, it could be different for every client. But yeah, I agree. The emotion you're giving to the client. I think the positive emotion. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
The way you make them feel,
Uh-huh.
actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like for instance, McDonald's, right? When you see red and yellow, especially match it with the logo, then now I'm hungry. I want French fries, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm hungry now. Kidding.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
By the
yeah.
way,
Hindi na umuulan,
there,
so
there's a question from Red Punzalan. By the way, Red will be my guest next
okay.
week, and we will be talking about
Ah, okay.
specifically branding. So one of his questions was that, what about those brands what about those brands just wanted to enhance what is existing? Is it advisable to change the overall outlook of the brand?
Okay. Yeah. So that's his question.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Renz. Okay, hi Renz. Thank you for your
Red, it's
question.
red. Yes,
Red.
yeah.
Hi, Red. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, kasi medyo late kasi dito sa ano. So, yeah. Actually, that's also my ano eh. That's also my question for myself before.
Uh-huh.
Like, okay. Like for me, I got two opinions on that one. Like for me, if you already created like a very strong, like solid, like branding, we're saying logo ba, AL,
Yes,
or the
yes.
whole thing, or just the logo,
I think it's the whole brand. Yeah, it's the whole
the
brand.
whole brand. Okay, I think for me, if you already created that like strong foundation, like you know your logo and brand itself already made a scene in like in Philippines. I mean, what's
Mm-hmm.
the use of replacing that one if most of the Filipinos recognize that one the moment they see just your logo, right? Or the way you post it because of the colors, right? There's no way, I think no need for you to change that one. But on the other side, my other take is that it's also, you can also change that one if you think, like for instance, um, you get not get tired or sick of that one, but
Mm-hmm.
you just want to give, like for instance, I'm not saying if your sales like went down, you know, not that kind of thing, but I'm thinking if you feel like shaking the system, like you want to reintroduce yourself or your brand
Uh-huh.
in the market, you know, give it a new face, a new voice. And if it's like completely, like for instance, sa brand mo, current brand mo, you just want to change like the way you communicate with clients. So
Yes.
from being serious, you want to do it like something with more personality. So no need to change everything. But if you want a real like full on makeover, then why not? You know, because sometimes all you need is a change of branding, like the
Mm-hmm.
logo, and how you present your brand in the client. It makes it, it gives you a 360 boost actually.
Uh-huh.
So that is also like, you know, I think I'm both ways. You know, it depends on where red is like falling to what they call that one, barometer. Like
Uh-huh.
you know, yeah. But I think it's a good boost. Like for instance, I can't remember what brand is that one. Like after 5 years, they have a rebranding.
Mm-hmm.
So with a new logo, new color identity. So that's really refreshing to the eye. So
Uh-huh.
they look like the new one, but they already established a very good name in the industry. They just, you know, reintroduce their brand and add more exciting services or exciting things to look forward to by the clients. So yeah, hope I answer your question, Red. Thank you so
Oh, nice,
much.
nice. Also, for me, just to add as well, um,
Sure, sure.
while I'm reading this question, one thing came into my mind that um, reason why top brands, let's put it in that context, top brands, let's say Instagram, Facebook,
Mm.
Twitter. Did you remember? I don't know if you encountered this or this came into you like this big issue about Instagram changing their whole logo.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. Yeah,
Yes,
I
and
think I've read about that
yeah,
one.
I've watched this Netflix series Abstract where the CEO of Instagram talked about it, where why they rebrand and for a reason, the reason why they did the rebrand is because um,
Mm-hmm.
they want to see, they want to show that um, cause when your brand is going like at the peak of the
Downhill.
not
Ah,
downhill,
okay,
like at the
okay. The
peak of
pick.
the
Okay,
mountain, your
okay,
brand is changing. I mean, the more you get up, the more it changes, so the
okay,
people also
okay.
changes. And then I saw that, and I was really inspired because that CEO and his partner, and when that CEO said, "Can we do a rebrand on Instagram?" and then, I mean, and then
Mm-hmm.
his co-founder, I guess, or COO,
Okay. Yeah.
said to him that, "Wag muna. I mean, I think this we're on the top. We're on the top of this. I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, why shake the system if
yes,
we're, oh, yeah, yeah,
we're on the
like what
top
I
of
was
this. Well,
saying, right? Yes,
why do we need to rebrand? I mean, there's no reason why we need to rebrand." And that's
yes,
because
yes.
that's when the time that the CEO pushed it, and eventually the brand like just fall off in, like, I think that was 2 months, or I don't know how long they took.
2 months
How
after they rebranded. two
Yes, yes.
months.
It's a long process
Okay,
though. It's a long process where they
okay,
did the rebrand, and then eventually
okay,
Facebook acquired them, and then that's the new face. When the new face
okay.
of the Instagram showed up, it like articles just buzzed up, and saying
Yes,
that
yes.
this sucks. It's well, for me, when I first saw the rebrand of Instagram, I just said it like, this really sucks. And
It's because, everyone's eyes are used to, their old logo,
yeah,
right?
the
So
old camera
whatever
logo.
new, yes, yes, the Polaroid camera,
Yeah,
right?
the
Logo.
Polaroid
So I
camera.
think, yes. See, I can still remember it. So I think it's natural. I think it's human. Is it human nature? Yeah, it's human, or it's a natural instinct. Like whatever you introduce something new in the industry, they try to like push it, when I say push it, like, put it out the table,
Uh-huh.
like push it away. But eventually when they get used to it, and like suddenly, like now it's looking good.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the thing. There's a resistance. Yeah, there's a resistance in the first few
Yes.
weeks or months, but
Uh-huh.
once their eyes, like, people, clients get used to it, then it's there. Before you know it, it's done, right? But
Yes.
yeah, I'm impressed with the CEO's braveness to, change the logo,
Yes, actually
the
that
logo
was really hard, especially when you're one of the top brands.
on already on top of the game,
Yes,
right?
it
I
is.
agree. I
Uh,
agree.
Another thing is that also, um, I think it's Yahoo, who did the rebrand as well.
Yahoo,
But Yahoo Mail was like, I think it did.
naiwan.
Yes,
Tama ba?
naiwan sila. They didn't make it to the market.
Okay.
So Gmail, like Google,
Oh,
like
yeah,
overpowered
yeah.
them. So Google is one of the top
Actually,
brands now in the digital age,
yes,
because
yes.
Google's
Actually,
algorithm is
speaking
nice.
of, yes, especially now, actually, I used to have a Yahoo email, but now
Uh-huh.
when I because I have my like corporate email, like at work, so when we came here in the Philippines, I need to have a Gmail email, because everybody's using it. So okay, I need to go with the flow. So yeah, don't resist that one because that's what everybody's using now. So yeah, so you need to weigh it, no? Sometimes you can think outside the box, but
Yes.
sometimes you need to be in the box.
Uh-huh.
So just weigh in the options. So yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, that's a lot of tips for you, Red,
Kasi
regarding the rebranding.
iba-iba kasi ang
That's
rebranding.
interesting.
Yeah, rebranding is very interesting
Yes.
to talk about,
Yeah,
because
actually.
maraming nangyayari when you do rebrand. I mean, um what
Actually,
yeah,
start is mm.
siguro one of the things that we need to consider. I just want to answer it again. What about those brands who just
Sure,
wanted to
sure.
enhance what is the existing?
Sure.
So I think it really depends on the market, and you really need to comply with the market needs, because
Yeah, adapt,
Yes,
right?
you need to
Yes.
adapt because
Yeah, I agree.
you are
Yeah.
serving them, you are giving your products, or you're showcasing your products to them, and you need to provide the best quality services to them. And with that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in return, you need also to think if this is what they really need. And that's when the time you do the rebrand. If you only
Yeah.
need to tweak small things on your brand, I think it's not really advisable to push it through.
Yes, yeah. I
Just have
agree.
it
I agree.
existing, just have it existed, and um, just paano ko ba explain? Um, always know kung paano tumatakbo yung market mo. Because doon tayo nagba-branding. Ako, for
Yes.
me, ganun yung
Yes,
perception ko in terms
actually,
of
yeah.
branding.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to think of
Yes.
those people. What are they gonna say? What are they gonna feel? Because that's the main thing.
Yes.
If this sucks to them,
Uh-huh.
like 90% of your target market says that this sucks, this logo sucks, then please don't proceed.
But
Please don't do the rebrand.
so wag na, wag na. So it's like between like kung may pinaglalaban ka, eh ayaw ng kliyente mo, so wag na natin i-push, 'di ba? So yeah, I agree on that one, 'di ba?
Yeah, actually,
So yeah, okay. So now, so AL, I think we're now down on the last one, the sixth the strategy on
yeah.
how to start a brand. So the sixth one, and I think this is very obvious now to everybody, guys. I mean, it's like you always hear this one, but like few people, can really master this one,
Mm,
and be few people
yes.
can be consistent on this one. So the sixth one is have a strong social media presence. I couldn't agree more on that one because we're living in digital age now more than ever. So, having a very strong, it doesn't matter if you're just starting. But actually, as a personal brand, yun nga eh, di ba? Like what I was saying a while ago. So your personal brand also needs to start in your social media. So from social media, if you convert that one is into a brand, a social media brand na for you, for your company, then that translated, that transcend actually, di ba? Na they trust you. So when you create a brand, they will trust what you're going to sell, and they will trust the services you're going to provide for them. 'Di ba? Kasi ang ganda ng personal branding mo eh, talagang consistent ka, having a good reputation. So actually, I have 3 points for having strong social media presence. So the first one is um, having a content marketing plan. That's first.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Actually, now parang why you need to have a content marketing plan. So it's like scheduling your post, because where you will get busy with answering calls or answering emails to clients or
Yes.
future clients. So you need to schedule it in advance. Why you need to schedule it in advance? So you can think of a good or captivating caption for that one. Sometimes it doesn't have to be all stage, It doesn't have to be like all photo shoot type of, like photos. It could be like the everyday normal thing, but still with aesthetics. So you need to balance the touch of like personal touch, and at the same time a bit curated. So you should balance between those two, because if it's too curated, then other clients will see you as untouchable, like you look very expensive. Pero actually yung service na binibigay mo is just mura, or they can afford, right? But if it's like all personal, it's not curated, they won't see you as very professional. Kasi parang ay very random, like a coffee like putting a coffee and then croissant on beside, I mean, as one of your like content. I mean, I'm not saying coffee and croissant is bad to put in your social media, but if you always put like personal things, it should be somehow curated. So yeah. And the second one, you should also have a personality, because some business owner, they fail to recognize that, okay, I have this product, sell, 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 hard selling, hard selling. But they forgot, they become robot when they type caption. Please like and follow us, blah, blah, blah. I'm selling this for 100 pesos. But you forgot, you need to have a personality injected in all of your social media presence. It doesn't matter if it's video, a simple post, or a simple anything like a story, I mean, IG story, it should have a personality. Your personality should also shine on that one, on your every post. And then, so in order for you to inject the personality in your inside your social media presence, you need to create captivating storytelling. Like because you capture emotion, right? When you say, like what you said a while ago, branding is capturing your client's emotion. It's part of branding, right? So in order to capture their emotion, you should create something like like you will buy a donut, like a plain donut, but with a captivating story behind it, right? Like maybe my grandma gave it to me, blah 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 blah, like nagtira siya ng donut for me, diba? So that's a very good, like heart touching story. But if you just put, like, advertise your donut, you're selling a donut, like, okay guys, I'm selling 12 pieces for this one for 300 pesos, please buy now, like and follow, like, then you will buy where? To the one who's very robot and posting their I mean, in creating their caption, or the one with a very good story behind it. You will buy, even though they have the same donut, like sugar coated donut, right? You will buy the one that has a captivating story to tell. So yeah, I think, guys, don't forget that one. Like, for instance, diba, in my brand, if I always sell like styling, 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 and I don't put story, like how I do styling, what's the how we do it behind the scenes, the hard work that comes with it before it became a perfect venue, a styled venue, before it became a perfect shot. Like, you can tell those kind of stories, like the hard work behind it, how, kasi ngayon, kasi sa social media, before, uso na yung finished product, right, AL? Finished product. Like, guys, this is finished product.
Uh-huh.
But now, people are really curious to know what's happening behind the scene before you created that perfect shot or
Yes.
finished product, right? They're more, kaya nga, di ba, when you do a music video or something, you have a teaser, right? Like the
Yes.
bloopers behind the, it's very, it's very captivating. It's very, they will, it gets the customer's
Mm-hmm.
attention. Like, oh, funny bloopers, right? Oh, let me watch this movie. Kasi
Uh-huh.
ang ganda ng bloopers, ganda ng pagkaka-edit. May teaser, di ba? That's
Yes.
why we have teaser. We tease them, At least we tempt them. Hey, look at our products, or buy or go watch this movie. So actually, everywhere you go, there's a storytelling, diba? In a magazine, there's a storytelling. Even in the newspaper, there's a storytelling, and a simple caption in social media, there is a storytelling behind that one. So actually, it's just hidden lang siya sa mga pero there is. So yeah. So we'll wrap ano ko lang, I will just wrap lang yung 6 para dun sa mga iba na pahabol pa lang. So
Yes.
guys, so we got you, we're now giving you the 6 strategies on how to start your brand
Mm-hmm.
while still having a day job. So first one, we have the personal branding. Second is create a core purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Third is know your target market and audience. Fourth
Mm-hmm.
one is observe your competitor's brand. Fifth is create the master framework for branding.
Mm-hmm.
And six is a strong social media presence. So, yun siya. Hope you've learned a lot doon. Actually, you can still contact both of us naman if you have like further questions. Kung di nyo pa na-formulate ngayon. So,
Yes.
okay lang yun. You can still direct message us both.
Yes, please.
So, yun siya.
Uh-huh.
Whew! So, yun. AL, question. Anything? Or
Questions, ito naman tanong ko. Very, ano to eh.
drink, sorry drink the water on the side. Ha?
Yes, go ahead.
Magpapagas muna ako.
Anyways, well, siguro isa sa mga giging questions ko should be is that how sophisticated events started. Did you started like when you're still working in that 4 year during your 4 years in your first company? I mean, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
How did you start
Yeah.
sophisticated events? And
Uh,
go.
okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I really love your question. I really love your question. I really want to answer that one. So, okay. So I worked in Dubai for 9 years, right?
Uh-huh.
Um, So what I did, actually, sophisticated events and concept. Actually, the first name pa lang niyan is sophisticated. It
Uh-huh.
came, yung parang na-born siya um, in the year 2016.
Okay.
2016. Kasi there's a funny story to that one. My ex-boss, because back in 2016, I don't have an Instagram account.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So she insisted, hey, let me create you an Instagram account. Because back then I wasn't interested, I'm satisfied with Facebook. So I mean I don't need Instagram account, right? Because I'm busy with work. So but she insisted, my ex-boss. So she grabbed my cell phone and then she created my account and then she asked me, Steph, what name are you going to put? Is that username? What username do you want to put in as your Instagram? So on the spot, like AL, on the spot, I was like, wait, I don't want it like Stephanie Lim or very parang bio, very CV,
Yeah.
I don't want it Steph Lim. Yeah, I don't want
Uh,
it Steph Lim. So I don't know, for some reason it popped in my head. It's like sophisticated. It's because even before that one, I love the word sophisticated. Like I just love it. The meaning of that one, the sound of it, I love it. So I just combined my name and I like, though my name is spelled PH,
uh-huh.
the normal Stephanie,
Yeah.
but my best friend back in high school, she gave that nickname to me like Steph, spelled as Stef,
Uh-huh.
like the one in the logo. So I just combined the two, my name, my cute name, and my favorite word. So
Uh-huh.
now it became sophisticated. So the events and concept, of course, I just formulated that one when I came here in the Philippines. So yeah.
Uh,
And then so what happened is that, okay, so I told myself, okay, like I really want to do like wedding planning because I love organizing things. Because
uh-huh.
when you're a perfectionist, you love organizing things, right?
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm into planning and I also love styling. So yeah, I enrolled myself in a wedding planning course in Dubai. Actually, I think I took it for half a year.
Wow.
I started in 2016, then I got my diploma, which, by the way, so I graduated as top of the class. So it's kind of
Wow.
like a magna cum laude,
Wow.
like top one of the
Congrats.
class. So I earned the gold one. Thank you so much. So yeah, I really aim for that. So actually, that's another thing. I visualize that like. Before I enrolled, just learning about there is an existing wedding planning course in Dubai. I was like, okay, I need to leave Dubai. I mean,
Oh, I think Steph got out. So let's wait for a while, everyone. So before we end um I think Steph, you just signed out. I don't know what happened. Yep. Anyways, before Steph again, wait for a while, everyone, and there we go. Oh, okay. Anyway, before we put Steph in again, just a takeaway for what she had said, and also just to add up again with how to start a brand. Actually, I was fascinated when I heard about her story and how she just strived hard for I mean, the result is really, for me, it's really amazing because um, you're actually talking to a person that has really like determination, motivation, that has really heart in what she do. And for me, malaking bahagi yun in starting your own brand. It takes passion, it takes a lot of energy, it takes, sleepless nights, dadaan tayo dyan. And it's really nice, actually, it's really nice knowing her life, her journey. Um, because kung makakausap mo si Steph, you'd be inspired actually. You'd be inspired seeing her journey. Actually, I was browsing her Facebook page, her Instagram, and I was really amazed actually. Hindi ko inaasahan na magiging ganun. Yung nakausap ko yung isang OMG. Parang kilala siya sa like she's very known actually. So the reason why we started this what do you call this episode is because I wanted her to share her career, how she started rather this sophisticated events and concepts, because for me it's nice, it's awesome, it's great, it's cool. Yeah. So ako kasi before, also just to add up, that in order for you to start a brand, you must have number one, the heart, number two, the passion, number three, you need to take risk. Just like an entrepreneur, you need to take risk, and also you need to have the right people around you. That's just the way it is. You need to have the right people around you, because if you don't, you might end up nothing. It's about the choices you make every single day. It's about the vision. Kaya gaya na sinasabi ni Steph kanina, it's about the vision. Kung paano mo nakikita tong company mo na gusto mong itayo ngayon, 5 years, 10 years from now, ano na to? How was this? And along the journey, you will experience like circumstance, like hardships. Marami kang mararanasan, but it's about happiness, everyone. It's about happiness. You need to be happy in every single day of your life, because you are the one who chose to take that journey. Sometimes wala kang kasama. Sometimes you just don't have anyone beside you to walk with you in that journey. Let's say, for example, let's talk about Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg. They work alone at first. They had the idea from themselves, and that's when they expand. That's when they expand because of the vision that they have. So, what do you think, or just now, I just want to ask everyone, this people na nanonood ngayon, are you passionate enough? I think you need to ask these questions. Are you passionate enough? Are you determined? Are you willing to risk? Because a lot of people has a good job. Like really, some of them are like in the executives, but they chose to be an artist. They chose to be a painter. They chose to start what's really in their heart, what's really in their vision. That's when it all started. Sabi nga ni Red, I just want to read. Emotional connection is essential. That's true actually. Emotional connection is essential. It is really essential. Because when you work, it's not just about working, it's about communicating. You gotta talk, you gotta relate with them, you gotta engage with them. That's it. Because when you don't know how to engage with your customers, you're not doing a business as well. Hindi mo tinatakbo yung business mo. You're not running the business as like kaya nga na sinabi ni Steph kanina. You need to learn like the tiny bite skills for you to like actually build a business, build a brand, or should I say build a brand. You need to take these small skills, so tiny bite skills, for you to come up with this. So, for me, parte yun. I mean, just being a freelance, parte siya. Parte siya ng journey natin. It's part of our journey. We need to learn about those things. We need to learn. For example, in a sales department, you need to learn how to actually pitch, how to actually talk, how to actually sell. In a marketing perspective, you need to market your brand, you need to market yourself. In a creative perspective, in a designer's perspective, you need to design, you need to make things visually nice. Because yun yung pinaka front end yun eh. Back end is all about research. There's this phrase that I've heard from, I couldn't remember who said that, but he said that in creating good design, it's about 70% research and 30% execution. Marami kasi sa atin, I mean, from a designer's perspective, marami sa atin na nagde-design agad. And that's me before. I do design like on the spot. Sige, gawin natin yan, design natin yan, sketch kagad ako. Everything comes right away. I didn't knew about taking a research, knowing the client's perspective, knowing your customers, knowing their heart, knowing what clicks into their minds, knowing your competitors, how they work in the industry, how they battle in the economy, how they strive hard each and every single day. I didn't know about it before, but then when I came to that conference, I suddenly knew that we needed to actually dive in deeper to what is really in our hearts, in our vision, in our minds. So, I think probably that's how you start a brand. What Steph told a while ago was that you need to you need to have this strategies for you to come up with a good business, for you to come up. I mean, standing out is part of it. So, I think we need to get her in. So, for some final, actually I can't hear her. I don't know. Steph, you're on the show, but I can't hear you. Um, are you hearing me now? Um, yeah, you're on the show. I don't know. Are you? Wait for a while. Uh huh. I can't hear you actually. Anyways, let's just wait for her to come in. And also, just want to shout out a few people who joined us tonight. Who Red Punsalan, thank you so much. Marivic Abiera, thank you so much. Arnie Basco, thank you so much. Eric, thank you so much. Eric Rondolo, thank you so much. Who else? Okay, I think we have mentioned everyone. So while waiting for Steph, I think Steph, I can't hear her now. Anyways, so let me know, everyone, what you've learned from this show. I know a lot of us has been really pumped up from what we have on this episode, and I know you're well, I know for sure that you have your own takeaways, and I believe that sooner or later, probably a few years from now, you might start your own business, you might start your own brand, and that's good. And for me, uh, I should say I'm part of it, and I'm really proud for you taking a step, because it's really hard, actually. It's really hard to start your own brand, because you know to yourself, first thing that came into my mind before I start my brand is that sabi ko, marami akong kalaban, marami akong hindi ko kaya. But we are like thinking it the wrong way. In starting your own brand, just compete with yourself, and that's it. Like, it's the most of it. So I think before we end, yes, since unable na yung connection, so I think let's just end this episode. So, yan. Ayan, narinig ko na si Steph. So, I'm putting her in. So, let's have her. Nice. Let's just wait for her. It's okay. Hello. Yep. Everyone, for a while, let's have her in. Just checking how. Wait. There we go. Yes, we have Steph on the show again. Yes.
Hi! Sorry guys for the glitches. Actually, sorry. So, yeah. Okay. I think I'll make it short, no? Kasi, paano ba? So, okay. We left in, yeah, I studied wedding planning in Dubai. So, from there, you can still hear me? Okay, so from there, yeah, I studied wedding planning in Dubai. Then from there, so we have this, we don't call it thesis, but it's like we need to do a full-on wedding planning presentation. Like we have actually a dummy 1 million dirhams a budget. So we need to work on that one. And then so we presented everything. So from there, I hired a very good graphics designer to make my logo. So yeah, from there, from the logo, the color identity, I mean the color branding. So it was made by a very talented and creative graphics designer. So from there, hello. Okay, so yeah, so our logo was made in Dubai. Actually, it was created there. And then what else? So actually, what happened is that all my styling works, I just compiled it. Sometimes I don't post it because there's a lot of like styling projects. But if I post it, then I will bombard my friends and families and relatives with a lot of styling work. So I just compiled everything. So what happened when I came here in the Philippines? So even though it's pandemic, we're quarantined in the house, so I still have a content to upload to make to like really sell our services using my Dubai styling portfolio. So that's what I did. I just compiled everything. So yeah, so that's how I started my brand. Actually, I didn't consult anyone. I just, because I'm a self-starter. So whatever I do, like I just do research over the internet, look for a good online mentor, read articles about like creating a brand, how to do this, how to start on that one. So it's like I started everything from scratch. Like I just supported myself on that one. And eventually, like, most of my ex-colleagues and friends also supported me on that one, even though we're like miles apart. Like, they still give me a lot of good recommendation, which really helped my brand now, because they gave me recommendation, what it's like working with Stef or Sophisticated back in Dubai. So yeah, so it's good to have that support from your ex colleagues and friends, even though they're far away. So I really appreciate that one. Like, I feel like I'm not alone in starting my own brand. Because you have it's also good to have a very good support system beside you, like, like pulling you up, elevating you to that certain level of success. So yeah, yeah.
That's nice. Actually, that's true to have this support system um, in you, because they were the ones who will help you in your business.
Actually, yeah, yes, to start, as a start, and eventually, those people who supported you are the same people,
Yes.
um, who could like hire you, when they get married in the future, or if they want a logo to be made by you or created by you, so they will be the first ones to hire you on that one.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
um, uh, Ayel, I have a question here. So, it says here, what are the struggles you encountered in your brand? We're always talking
Mm-hmm.
about the positive things, but what what is the dark side? Dark side. So, okay, guys, if you're interested with this one, what are the struggles you've encountered in your brand? So, I think for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
um, because I'm lucky to have a very good, like, strong styling portfolio, because I used my years of work
Uh-huh.
there and then get all the portfolio from there, so I have that one. But for me, the struggle is, or the challenge is, that where to find the networks
Uh-huh.
here in the Philippines, the contacts, because most of my contacts are obviously in Dubai
Uh-huh.
and other parts of Middle East, right? So
Yes.
now, yeah, I find it hard. Like, when I started last February, we came here February, actually 14, no, February 15 of last year.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's a challenge for us to find networks, to network, to introduce the brand, um, to collaborate with other suppliers in order for us to find contact and connect with them,
Yes.
because in order for you to get inside the industry, you really need to, rub elbows with other suppliers and
Uh-huh.
other networks, in order for you to, they are the ones who's going to open the door of the industry for you, so you can just like smoothly come in. Luckily, you're lucky if they will introduce their networks also to you. So you're lucky for that one. And actually, the second one, I think you will agree with this one, AL. Second one is, you thought, being a businesswoman, you will have your own time. Yes, you have your own time. But I
Mm-hmm.
didn't think I'm going to work like, what, 12 hours a day, especially
Uh-huh.
when I launched my own social media account, because
Yes.
you're going to be a superhuman,
Yes.
like octopus mode.
Uh-huh.
You are the admin, you are the social media manager, you're the one facing the client, like face to face, doing the Zoom meeting with them. Like, you're everything when you start your brand,
Yes.
So lucky if you have your own team, if you have that, like, resources, it's not just financial resources. If you have that, like, connections and
Yes.
then network, someone you can hire and then do it for you. But even though if I have that means. Since I told you a while ago, I'm very, what they call that one. I'm very into it. I'm very hands on. Actually, that's how I work. Even though back in Dubai, that's my personal branding. I'm very hands on with everything. If
Uh-huh.
I could go like climb up the ladder, just to put that vase on top of the that shelf, I will do that one. I'm very hands on that one. So I really want to learn the ropes of my own brand before I trust my own brand to other people. Like, I can have a specific person for this. Okay, I'm entrusting this to you because I'll be working on this one. So you become a superhuman.
Yeah.
Actually, these are my two struggles. Actually, not struggles, like challenge.
Uh-huh.
So let's use a more like positive word for that one. Challenges
Uh-huh.
I encountered in my brand. So yeah. One last question.
Yes. Go ahead.
Can I still do that?
Go ahead.
One
Go
last.
lang.
So, okay, what are the three qualities of a business owner? So, someone asked that question. So, I think for me, I'll just give it three. So, uh, three qualities of a very good business owner. I think you should have first the vision,
Uh-huh.
because if you have the vision, you have the direction, you have the framework, you have everything planned out, at least mentally, if you have a vision. Second one, you need to have the passion. Like I said, if you don't have the passion, then what's the point of you doing a thing if you're not passionate about it, right? So you should have that one. That's your gasoline. That's your fuel. That is the only thing that wakes you up when you came in very late, like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning from work or from a shoot, right? So passion talaga eh. Passion talaga, gasolina talaga yan. Then the third one is trusting your team. I mean, you cannot do everything. No matter how you want to control everything, no matter how you want to be hands-on everything, you need to trust your team that to do their own job as well. So they could learn. You grow with each other, you grow, you elevate each other, you fix each other's crown, you conquer together. So I think that's very important. You can you can be the most masipag, most creative, the visionary of the brand, but if you don't trust your team, it's useless. Because the team, it's bayanihan, right? They are the ones, I mean, you cannot finish an event with only, I mean, with only yourself, right? You need a team to really pull off everything. Someone is expert on the technical things, logistics, organization. So you delegate that one. So, you still not micromanage, but still delegate that one, but you give them the trust, because if they feel the trust, then they work double. Like they give their uh, what they call that one, they give their 110% to you, because AL is trusting me, he's trusting my skills, he's trusting how I organize things or do things. So I don't want to let him down, so I will give my 110%. I think you agree with me on that one, because that's how
Yes.
it works.
Yes.
You need to trust your team.
Yes.
So yes. Wow.
Actually, yes.
Parang ano lang,
Uh-huh.
I enjoyed. Parang I didn't expect it, this second live streaming to be this spontaneous. Parang ano lang, para lang talaga we're
Nag-
just, talking to each other. Wala
yes.
bang kape? Wala nang
Actually,
kape,
gusto
no,
ko nga magdala
gabing-gabi
ng
na.
kape ngayon eh.
Ah, okay. Oo, sabi ko baka hindi na makatulog. So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I've
And
learned a lot dun sa sa'yo, sobra.
yes, me too.
Dun sa mga insights na binigay mo.
Uh-huh. Thank you so much. I've learned a lot as well. Also, before we end, I think we're gonna wrap up the show now, since
Yes.
yeah, okay. Any words to our viewers tonight?
Okay. Any words? So guys, whatever you want to start, whatever you want to do in life, like do it, like jump on that one uh with a with a full heart. Don't do it half-hearted. Give it your best, because it will be worth it in the end. So don't hesitate, kick fear aside, just trust God that, work with God actually. Just you and your vision and God, and then you'll get somewhere. So yeah, just trust God on that one. And then don't compare yourself with other people. You always hear it, no? But it's really important. Do not compare your behind the scene to someone else's highlight, right? Because you always just see the outside. Eh? Like Instagram, you always see a luxurious lifestyle, but you compare yourself, you're just living a like a normal lifestyle, right? But you shouldn't compare to that one. Just focus on your lane, do your thing, and have a big huge belief on yourself in whatever you do, and you will get there in no time. Just focus on that one. So yeah.
Nice.
AL, can I plug? Can I
Yes,
plug my
please.
my brand?
Yes,
Though
please.
it's already here now. So guys, again, we're now accepting event styling. We also do accept prop styling for food and product styling. We can also do set design for your prenup. So anything styling related, anything arte, we can do it for you. So our brand is Sophisticated Events and Concept. Just uh, contact us. Just like and follow us in YouTube as well. Namely, Sophisticated Events. Yun lang. Wala nang concept. Sophisticated Events. So, yeah. Thank you so much, AL, for having me. I really enjoyed the more than 1 hour, actually. I really
Yes.
enjoyed it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so
So,
much.
yon. Thank you so much.
Yes. And yes, I'm taking the floor now. So again, I know a lot of us have like learned a lot from this conversation. I do hope you really learned a lot because this is a ton, like a ton to like discuss about these things, these strategies. Um, but I know for sure that in the next 5 years, 3 years, could be, you'll be starting your own brand, and um me and Steph will be very proud because um, we saw your dedication. We saw that you anticipated all the risk. You've worked hard, and now that you have started your own brand, yeah, we will celebrate. Um, Me and Steph will celebrate that because uh, sa perspective namin, it's really nice and it's really heartwarming to see people working hard in their brand. And yes, I think before we end, I'm selling these chili garlic because eventually we will do an upgrade soonest. We will like saturate more on the food side. So please, we're gonna like cook some things, um, probably that could really match your needs, your cravings as well. And also, if you want to follow me on my social media accounts, everyone, it's at Eyel Mauricio. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can search my name in YouTube as well. It's Daniel Mauricio. So now you know my real name. I don't really mention it a lot because I don't know, I don't know. But again, everyone, it's really nice to have this conversation with you all. Also, Red, see you next week. By the way, ngayon ko na ipo-plug that we're gonna be talking about specifically about branding. Now, this episode is about learning how to start or the strategies how to start your brand. But next week, we're gonna be talking about branding. I know everyone is very excited because Red has I don't know, I would just introduce him on the next episode. It's gonna be next week. Again, my name is Ayel. I'm a designer and creative lead. Maraming salamat sa mga patuloy na sumuporta dito sa amin. And yes, again, my name is Ayel. Signing out. Good night and God bless.